Welcome to the night age. Welcome to the night age.
What's going on, YouTube? It's James with ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Report. Got another battle report for you today. It's Battle the ESC round number 3, 2022, guys. Guys, what is going on? Ah, man. So I'm excited to get these games to you. I'm excited right now because this is the last one of day 1 of the ESC, and I only had, what was that? I got 2 ESC and 3 ETC. I have 5 days, so I have 4 more days to give you, but this was the longest day, and I got these battle reports out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going ahead and I'm recording these videos as fast as possible, but I'm having problems uploading them. The software I'm using and my computer are not having a good day together. Sometimes I wake up and it's supposed to be uploaded overnight, and when I wake up in the morning, I notice that the upload was failed. So guys, I'm trying to get them out to you as fast as possible. I'm trying different ways to upload just to get them up because I'm having issues, either the internet connection or the just janky ass hand-me-down computer I have. Alright guys, besides that, guys, if you guys have been watching my battle reports up to this point, my first game, I ended up getting a KOE player from Italy, Michele, and Michele kicked my ass. And KOE is the bane of my existence right now because I'm bringing a Pyromaniac, and the Pyromaniac does not like this high armor bullshit. Alright, second game I got against Vermin Swarm, which is a very flammable furry army that loves to get burned, and I did a great job, caught some clutch panic checks, and I got a 19-point victory. I got 1 point off of Michele, and I got 19 points off of Davidar. So I'm going into the third game with a 20-point record, excuse me. And I got a game against Hugo, right? Now, those of you who know Hugo is a very infamous Spanish player from Spain, but he lived in America for a little bit on California, I want to say, and he was part of Team USA as a coach. He did say that we had a game 4 years ago. For some reason, and I don't mean any offense by this, Hugo, it's blanked from my memory. It totally blanked. I actually looked it up because he's like, you have it on YouTube, and I was like, shit, I do. But it was a universal battle game. So there's a lot of universal battle games that kind of blend into, what did I say? The ether in my brain, because there's a lot of fucking games in my brain. I played a lot of goddamn games, and if you don't believe me, I can look it up right now how many goddamn videos I have up, and these are just actual games that are live games, not including daily universal battle games that I used to play pretty often, especially back in 2017. I have I have over 330 something battle reports, but I also have quite a few of them other battle reports were universal battle games, and then I probably had, I don't know, probably close to 1,000 games, maybe 1,000 games, roughly. Yeah, so it just kind of blended in. I totally lost it, but here's a screenshot if you guys haven't seen it already. I probably just posted it up. Anyways, so I'm playing this game against Hugo, and I'm stretching it out just a little bit, guys. I don't really care if you guys don't really care for the battle reports are long or not, but I'm stretching it out because the battle report itself is not going to be that long. For those of you who already seen the score, you already know what happens in this game, but it's a fast game. It's a very fast game, all right? So we're going to go over that, of course. Hugo, again, I'm excited to play against, Dread Elves. I haven't played much in the new book, right? And so this is all kind of a new, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm learning the army. I only played one game with the new Dread Elves, and that was against Carl Eric. And that game I thought I would win with a huge victory. I ended up getting a 10-10 victory, and he was even shocked, or 10-10. I shouldn't say victory. It was just a draw. So we're going to go over his list really quick. His list is right here. Let me actually pull that up for myself. Open with photos. There we go. Alright, so he has a Temple Exarch, General with Divination, Warsmith, Blades of Durag. I'm not even going to say everything. He has another Temple Exarch with Alchemy. That's his BSB. He has his 29 Spears, 15 Crossbows, or not even really crossbows, but like the Bolt Thrower little gun things. 15 more. He has 5 Shadow Riders, 28 Judicators, which are the old Executioners. He has 3 Gorgons, which is a new unit for me to learn in this game, might I add. 8 Warlock Acolytes, 3 Thunder Packs, and 3 Repeater Batteries, and 5 Black Cloaks and 5 Black Cloaks. Alright, it's not that big of a list, and honestly, I'm looking at it like, oh, I'm going to burn the shit out of this list. I'll do great, right? But let's go over how the game actually goes. In Magic, I get a Breath of Corruption on my Wizard Crown, which I'm already thinking this is great. Now, for the record, that card is massive size. I want you guys to see this, and I'm going to give you guys a quick story since this is a small battle report. I went to the place that I always go to get cards printed, okay? And it's probably like a 30-minute bike ride from my house. It's not a problem. I like to go biking anyways, okay? And biking comes into the whole fucking weekend, by the way, for this vacation here. But I like to bike about 30 minutes away, go get my cards printed. It's a nice, really cool place right by a college, and they do it cheap because they always think I'm a college kid, right? So they do it really cheap. I can get anything printed, posters, cards, whatever. I created it myself on Photoshop and get them printed up, right? So I was in the process of just trying to make quick battle cards, magic cards for the Magic because I realized that it changed, it updated, and I had to do it fast. So I go ahead and I get these cards made on the whatever that website is, the MTG Cardsmith, run out to this place, and it says closed because they are understaffed and they don't even know when they're goddamn going to be open. So I'm like, shit, I need to get them printed. So I went to Kinko's, and when I went to Kinko's, which apparently Kinko's doesn't exist, it's just FedEx now. All right, so FedEx. I got this one lazy ass employee who printed up these cards, massive size, and then I was like, dude, you printed these fucking huge. They should have been printed out like this small. And I explained it to her and whatever. I even explained to her like the card stock and everything. I went into detail how I would like these cards. And she was just like, oh, well, if you want me to resize, it's going to have to cost you double or like we're going to have to charge you a resize fee and whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like, fuck you. I'm not even going to pay. I'm going to pay for what I got, and I'm just going to take these massive cards. Take the massive cards home. I actually bought laminate sheets to fucking make these massive cards because I was looking at the good silver lining here and said, well, at least they're easy to read on the battle reports. I could see them from a mile a fucking way, right? When I'm laminating them, I realized she didn't even print them all up. She didn't even print every card I gave her up. I'm like, what the fuck? God damn it. So I had to print up some bootleg ones that are smaller just to get them out there, just so we can have some battle reports. Anyways, guys. So I have massive cards and I have black and white cards. Alright, anyways. Anyways, I got Breath of Corruption, Fireball, Cascading Fire, Casting Flow, and Enveloping Embers, which I think this is probably a decent split. Cascading Fire, I probably could have just done with a Scorching Salvo. I think that would have been fine. For my opponent, who is obviously using the same website or something close to it, he has a Hand of Heaven. He has the Hereditary for the Dread Elves. He has Scrying Fate's Judgment, Twisted Effigy, and Perception of Strength. The cards on the right are the cards that I have that he's just basically keeping track of what I have. Alright, we're playing Hold the Center. I want to say we're playing Dawn Assault. That is why... No, we're not playing Dawn Assault. We're playing Hold the Battle Line. I think this is literally just the turn 1 ETC setup. So it's Hold the Center and Battle Line Frontline Clash. Alright, so... I still see my 12-inch North American Masters ruler there. I'm waiting to see what battle report I lost it on. I'm assuming it's one of the last ones. But anyways, you can go ahead and see that I deployed on the middle, right? I put the Feral Orcs there. I put the Black Orcs close to there. And I put the Common Goblins on the right flank. I don't really remember. I just figured I was going to just shoot at them. But I was worried about the damn forest with the... being shot. I go ahead and I put Zod behind Ruckus. So I put Zod behind Ruckus because I don't want to get shot by these bolt throwers into Zod and just lose my leadership fast. I got my trolls. I got my BGKs, my Force Goblin Creepers with Baxter and Bazooka in that unit. To the left of them, I have Koopa, and to the left of Koopa, I actually have the K-Pack. I put the K-Pack there because he has a unit of Thunder chariots or whatever they're called on the left behind his building. You can see he has auxiliaries, spears, auxiliaries, judicators, the 5 chaff dudes, what are they called? Shadow Riders, and then he has the gargoyles and warlocks, and then he has these 2 units that scout that are the blades, black cloaks, excuse me. Alright, there's Hugo. And he ends up getting the first turn. I ended up picking sides. I obviously gave him the buildings to be a jerk. I didn't care if he really had the hill. But then after I thought about it, I was like, shit, I probably should have took the hill. All right. Let's go to turn 1. And guys, for those of you who are asking what my list is, you know what? Screw you. You haven't been following my damn channel long enough to know what my list is. All right. So he goes ahead and he moves up. He scouts up his black cloaks, even if they didn't scout and just kind of moved up anyways. He's moving up. I think these are just vanguards, to be honest. I have my spider riders popping up on the left side. They're out of the picture right now, but they are kind of helping with the keep the chariots chaffed. Okay. Turn one. Dread Elves. Dread Elves turn one. He's gonna go ahead and move up his black cloaks right there. And he moves up his chaff right before the force, so he didn't have to take dangerous terrains. He does move up towards the objective, and he's also going to go ahead and start moving his auxiliaries in range to shoot. I think I moved myself far enough back, and I did say fur. I meant far enough back. Far enough back to not get shot turn one. Thinking that I'm playing smart. Yay. All right. And then, like I said, over here. Magic, he goes ahead and he puts up the Hereditary here, which is similar to the Hereditary from High Elves. And this will play in later. He does get this off. Yeah. Shooting, his auxiliary is going to go ahead and shoot. I don't have a lot of pictures for some reason. I don't have pictures of his magic phase. I don't have a picture of other stuff going on. But you'll see. Anyways, shooting here. He's going to go ahead and start shooting into my Feral Orcs. He only gets off one wound. The Black Cloaks here are going to go ahead and start shooting into, I think, Ruckus. And he fails to wound Ruckus. I think he gets 2 wounds off, actually. He gets 2 wounds off. And these guys have, like, poison throwing slings or darts or some shit. Some bullshit, right? But he only gets 2 wounds off, which doesn't really put much faith in me thinking that they're extremely deadly. I'm thinking more they're a hindrance, right? It's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins, turn number 1. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 1. I'm already assuming, and I'll go back to this picture right here of his ranges, right? I'm already assuming that these guys are gonna flee, and when they flee, they can't. They don't. I'm assuming they don't have feign flight, but if they don't flee, my trolls could charge into them. If my trolls charge into them, I could overrun and cause the trolls to be a distraction, a chaff, pressure, more like pressure. All right, not necessarily a major threat, but enough to start weakening his center lines, allowing myself to do the pyromancy very clearly. I have big plans, so if I could go ahead and do a turn 1 wall, get the trolls into one of those units, or cause them to flee, and then just kind of move up aggressively and start, causing issues, right? So, turn 1, Orcs and Goblins, I fail fucking stupidity. God damn it! You fucking stupid ass motherfucking trolls, you fucking literally, you were the key to my first move. You were the key to my first move, and these motherfucking dumbass motherfuckers are gonna go ahead and fail stupidity. What the fuck? Alright. So I charged Ruckus, and I actually think he didn't do a wound to Ruckus, and then when I charged Ruckus, he did a stand and shoot, and the stand and shoot actually did 2 wounds. Right? So, now that Ruckus has moved up, I move General Zod behind the trolls, again, to not get shot, and if it is getting shot, I at least have some cover, right? I go ahead and I fan to the right with the Goblins, the Black Orcs, and the Savage Orcs, and I'm still kind of chilling back with, I think I chilled back with Koopa, but I didn't have to, and that was kind of, this is part of my rust factor. This is part of the fact that I'm not a fine-tuned 2019 James right now. I am a rusty-ass 2022 James who hasn't played games in 2 years, okay? So, Ruckus goes in. Magic, I get it. 8 on the flux, 8 on the flux. So go ahead, he stops. He binding scrolls my enveloping embers. So I go ahead and I do a pyroclastic flow. I end up killing only two fucking guys here. Seriously, a pyroclastic flow, and I got 2 wounds. All right, I don't do anything else in Magic. I think I failed some dice rolls, and he stopped whatever really mattered. It's going to go to shooting my green guard here, my common goblins with bows. They're going to shoot into his unit of warlocks here. I end up doing 2 wounds onto the warlocks. And then over here, god damn it. He swings first. He hits me on 2s with poison, and he wounds me. Now, he did 2 wounds on the standard shoot, but he ends up doing about 5 wounds total, poison and regular wounds. 5 wounds. Now, they're AP 0, which means if I, on average, save 1, 6, My giant is at full blown gonna kill these motherfuckers. Full blown, because I'm gonna have 11 attacks. The giant fucking does not make a single armor save. Not a single one out of 5. Not a single one! Giant's dead, and his black cloaks are still standing there to be chaff and poisonous motherfucking murderers. Turn 2, Dread Elves. Dread Elves turn 2. He's going to go ahead and charge here into my green guard. Now, I do a stand and shoot. I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm going to need long range. That's 5s. 6s for stand and shoot. 7 for the woods. I end up doing 2 wounds. I'm like, haha, that's great. And he's like, I'm going to use my magical attribute or whatever, my magical ability that I got the spell off on, and dude, I think it's like D3 hits, strength 4. He kills enough goblins to cause them to panic, and they panic and they run off the goddamn table. Alright. He moves up his Gorgons, he moves up his acolytes to the flank of the Black Orcs. I lost my flank there. His other guys are going to get in front of the damn trolls, and his other guys are going to start shooting wounds into my Savage Orcs. Alright. You can see he moves around like so, and like I said, my Spider Riders are causing chaff up there to the Thunder Chariots, allowing the K-Pack to move closer if I need to, and I move Koopa up, or he's basically... Koopa's in a safe spot currently. I think I was playing a little too passive with Koopa. We'll see in a minute, though. Anyways. That's how the table looks. Magic, he gets a 4 in the flux, goes ahead and he does Twisted Effigy onto this unit, allowing me not to shoot, but also not allowing me not to cast my spells with a -2. He's going to start shooting with his auxiliaries, does 2 wounds onto the savages, allowing not too bad, not too bad. Then he shoots his other auxiliaries and his bolt throwers into the savages, and holy fuck, there we go. I'm starting to bleed wounds once these fucking black cloaks shooting into them, bolt throwers shooting into him. Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! He just killed 14 Savage Orcs. 14 Savage Orcs before I even went. Before I even got, like, past my freaking 12-inch, deployment zone. Oh my god. First of all, those Shadow Cloaks should have been dead a minute ago, so I should have probably had, like, maybe, like, 3 or 4 wounds left back from that. But Jesus Christ. He should be shooting Ruckus and the Trolls. He shouldn't be shooting my goddamn Savages. What the fuck? Alright. Turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to go ahead and call it the Wog. I'm going to Wog. Now, I'm going to charge the Black Orcs, and at this point, it's out of desperation. Out of desperation, I charge the Black Orcs into the Gorgons. I don't care that I'm in the woods. Hopefully I could kill him and run into his chaff, and then I'll be in his flank area, right? I charge my Savage Orcs into his spears, okay? They actually both connect. Boom! Right? Now, because this happened, I'm not really expecting a miracle, but I'm trying to push. I did charge the Trolls into his chaff there. I just need to start getting rid of the chaff, and then nobody's really looking at the common goblin, or the forest goblins. So I'm moving the forest goblins up to get my magic off closer, start destroying his bolt throwers. I move Koopa up to block his charge from the auxiliaries into my forest goblins. Okay, so now I'm starting to think I lost my right side. Black Orcs are out there. They're gonna lose. Hopefully they do enough wounds to stay over on that side and kind of cause him to distract, right? But as you can see, I'm kind of going left board heavy. What I have left is what I'm going to try to stay with. So I again, keep chaffing his Thunder Chariots there. He's like, I have Terror. And I'm like, I'm totally aware you have Terror. I'm not really worried about it if he wants to charge him. I was hoping that he fails his redirect, but not only that, but the K-Pack's still staying far enough away. Magic, you go ahead and get a Pyroclastic Flow off and destroy the middle bolt thrower on purpose because I'm hoping to get some panics, right? I don't panic a goddamn person. Alright, over your close combat, these Gorgons just stoning the shit out of my Iron Orcs before I even get to move, kills 5 of them, right? Then they go ahead and swing with their halberds, and they end up killing off 6 more. I only get 1 fucking wound through. Only 1 fucking wound. I lose combat pretty fucking horribly. I'm gonna run, he's gonna chase, and he basically just chases me down. He's gonna overrun towards my general, more or less. The Trolls, they do a good job. They mop up what they were supposed to mop up. They didn't take a goddamn wound. They're just gonna turn around like so and deal with the fact that there might be harpies, but Gorgons in my way, or there might be whatever. Now look at the Savage Orcs. He only killed 7 Savage Orcs. My Savage Orcs ripped apart about 13 to 14 Elves with spears. My Savage Orcs actually won that combat, but he is steadfast by 1 rank, alright, that I lost to all his goddamn shooting. But it's okay. It's okay. I still have my trolls, and I still have a chance. I still have pyromancy. I still have a chance. Turn 3. Dread Elves. Dread Elves turn 3. He charges this long charge into Zod, and he gets in with the Gorgons. Motherfucker. He does charge the Spider Riders. Spider Riders do fail terror, and they run through all my shit. They run through the building, run through Koopa, and basically now they're chaffing Koopa from helping out the Savage Orcs. Alright, that happened. Yeah. He charges the flank of the Savage Orcs with the Judicators, and he moves his Warlocks closer. And Magic, he gets a 4 on the Flux, goes ahead and he gets Perception of Strength on these bitches. And I think he had 2 Perceptions of Strength, because he got one off, and I was like, whatever, and I try to stop one, and then I think he gets them both off. I want to say that's what happened. He does Twisted Effigy here, which was the one I was allowing to happen to try to stop some other bullshit spells. But over here, he's going to start shooting into the Spider, does 2 wounds into the Spider. Over here, close combat, his fucking Gorgon, Petrifying Gaze, kills Zod. Just straight up murdered him. Yep, that was it. He needs an 8 to overrun. An 8. And he gets in. Boom. Into my freaking Goblins. Yeah. He wipes out my Savage Orcs, reforms into ranks. Like I said, Koopa is chaffed by my own guys. My Trolls are stupid. Turn 3. I go ahead and try to do a Breath of Corruption. I kill off 1 Bolt Thrower. Hoping for panics, nothing happens. And as you can see, his Gorgons wipe out my Goblins. My Trolls are stupid in the middle of the table. And I think I just shake his hand and say, good game, bro. Good game. Alright, man, it was a massacre. It was an 0-20 massacre. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's the ESC. Spain won the whole goddamn tournament. I am not upset about this. I'm proud for Hugo. Alright? And I don't have a negative thought about the fact that I lost. I take it as learning experiences. It was the fact that I learned how Dread Elves play now, how broken Gorgons are, that they could fucking kill my general so easily. I didn't even wound him. I didn't even get a chance to go. It shows me how much of a threat they really can be. Failing stupidity, there's nothing I can do about that. It just kind of happened with the territory. And thinking back about this, I think a lot of these games, and the fact that I got like 11 games in at ESC, ETC, allows me to rethink my list and also rethink strategies on how I play. Like I said, I've been so rusty, so when I came back, immediately it allows me to start thinking of new list ideas that I like and I feel like are very good. Hugo got a big win. Let's actually listen to what Hugo has to say about this, and we'll come right back. I got more story for you guys, of course. Well, this is the Battle of the Mohawks, alright? And as you can see, his Mohawk has like 2 inches on top of mine. Just like that, yeah. But he destroyed me here. There were some magic shenanigans on my side, but so you want to talk about the game, because they always hear from me.
Yes, sure. Orcs is a good matchup for me in this case. There was not too much shooting, which is always a problem for me. What happened? I got the Goblins early on my stronger flank. There was a panic that made it easier, and then there was 2 blocks coming at me there, stopping my entry. I damaged one of them with all the shooting, right?
Oh yeah.
Into the big orcs.
Yeah.
And then that made it soft, and then I could enter.
The extra rank would have killed that unit. Yeah. That was brutal.
Yeah. And I was really lucky in the first turn that he failed the stupidity, right?
Yeah.
Because that would have pushed those much more, put more pressure on me. That was a free.
Yeah, that round 1 stupidity really screwed up my whole plan. I was thinking about going in with the Trolls and then trying to push onto the spears right away. You know what I mean?
And I think also Pyro is really tough for the Dark Elves. But as on the first turn with the Binding Scroll and stuff, you didn't get my chaff off. Yeah. Then I was there all the time stopping your move, and that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. The Trolls not being able to take out the 1 unit of chaff. The Giant only needed 1 armor save. So, yeah.
Kill the unit. I couldn't make a goddamn armor save. It just was a rollover after that. But thanks, Hugo.
Thank you for the game, man.
I'll give you the Battle of the Mohawks today.
Thank you.
I'll see you, man.
See ya.
Now, for those of you who are following the saga of ChiHammer this weekend, ChiHammer and Amanda, so Amanda's been drunk, hungover, probably potentially food poisoned, right? My team starts to show up around game 2, but Amanda went to the Airbnb where Hermanard and I are staying. Hermanard brought him, Halvard, his son Andreas, and his wife, right? Now, it is a place up in the mountains. I had no idea it was up in the mountains. And the mountains are not in Pesaro. The mountains are in the next town over from Pesaro, okay? The end of the event, the end of the ESC, everybody's like, where's Amanda? Where's Amanda? I'm like, she's at the hotel. She's at the hotel or Airbnb, whatever, right? My brother and I are starving. Jorge is starving. Jorge went through the ESC with me. And I don't think, let me see if I can find the picture real quick. I don't think Charlie and them went out with us this night. No. But we're with Euron, Jesse, Neil, and Jorge, myself, and then this guy from Team New Zealand. I forgot his name. I'm really sorry, but you guys can leave it in the comment section below. All right? So my brother's like, well, fuck it, let's go eat. Let's have a good time. My brother's in a good mood. My brother's in a very, laissez-faire. It's fucking vacation. It's a beautiful place. It's a beach. It's food. Let's go eat. Let's go hang out. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I am stressed out. I am stressed out because I don't know where my girlfriend is. My fiance, I should say, is... I am stressed out because I got my ass kicked at ESC. I am stressed out because I don't have a way to get around. Now I go, Jorge, how did you get here? Jorge tells me he got here by the bus. I said, great. Let's go take a bus back to the center of town. So we decided to go to the bus station. Now, I have my luggage with me, right? Jesse left probably like an hour before we did, right? To the center of town. Right, so it's me and Jorge. We're going to the bus station. And for the record, if you guys want to leave now, you just came for the battle report, you could totally leave. But this is just the closing on what happens throughout the weekend for me. All right, so Jorge, we go to the bus station, and we're waiting for about 15 to 20 minutes. I have my luggage, and the bus doesn't show. Because the bus is turned off for the night after, say 10 o'clock, and by the time the third game is over, it's really late at night. The next bus is not going to be there till 6 in the morning. Great. Well, let's try to call a taxi. So I try to call a taxi. I can't get through. I try to call a taxi, and you know what? They don't even want to speak to me because I don't speak English. Or they don't speak English. They speak Italian, right? So I said, you know what? Spanish is close enough to Italian. So I said, here, Jorge, why don't you try? He got through. He tells them where we're at. He tells them what we're doing. And they hung up the phone on him. They said, sorry, we don't speak Spanish. And they hang up the phone on him. He's like, these motherfuckers hung up the phone on me. I'm like, I don't know what to do, Jorge. We're in maybe 10:30 at night outside the ESC. We're tired. We're hungry. We're just trying to get to our group. And we can't get through a fucking taxi. And Jorge's like, fuck that, we're going back into the ESC and telling them they gotta get us a fucking taxi. They gotta do something about this. And I was like, fuck it, Jorge. I don't know what else to do, so I'm going with you. Right? So we start walking back towards the ESC. We start walking back towards the event. And we see Baus from, I don't even know what team he was playing this year. I'm really sorry, Baus. He was a team United Nations when I played him, and that was in 2018 in Croatia, right? And I see him getting into a car, and I go, you guys got to rent a car? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you could just take us to the city center? And he's like, sure. So we got in the car. I was crammed as hell because I'm a tall guy. I'm crammed as hell in the back of his car. He's with the other guy from Team Portugal, and I can't remember his name. I'm really sorry. He's actually my Facebook friend. I can't remember his name, and I'm too lazy to look it up right now. But we're all crammed in this car. I have my luggage. Jorge's in there with the back seat with me, and my knees are up to my chest. And I'm just so grateful that I'm getting a ride. Now I get dropped off into the freaking city center. I meet up with my brother Euron and Neil. We're eating pizza. We're having a good time. Amanda calls me. Amanda is crying. She's been in the mountains for who knows how fucking long. She woke up. She's hungry. She's, whatever. She's starving. It's late night. And it's about this time. It's midnight. Okay. So midnight time, I'm like, guys, I got to go. And my brother, again, he's in a laissez-faire attitude. He's in a good mood. He's like, dude, it's hot, beautiful place. Let's go hang out. Let's go, have some nightlife. We'll hang out with some of the guys from Team New Zealand. We'll go ahead and whatever, right? And my brother tells me, and I appreciate this from him. He tells me, don't worry about it. You could just sleep on my hotel floor. It's right there across the street from where we're at, or like down the block from where we're at. And you can just sleep on the floor and then figure out all the bullshit in the morning, because it's like midnight, right? I'm like, I can't. I gotta find my fiance. I got to, right? So I'm like, but I can't get a fucking taxi. I can't. My brother goes, hey, look, there's a sign there with a T. That T means taxi. So I go over there and I'm waiting and I separate from my group, right? With my luggage. It's midnight. I go to the T and I find out it just means tobacco station. So now I'm looking for a taxi. Now, to make a long story short here, it's still going to be a long story. I don't give a flying fuck. Anyways, my grandfather, and this is an embarrassing ass picture of me and my brother. When we were kids with grandpa. Anyways, I'm on the right, my brother's on the left, on the couch next to grandpa. My grandpa used to be a taxi driver back in the 80s, right? He died when we were really young, but you know, I have a respect for taxi drivers, but taxis have changed throughout the years. It's all about Uber. Well, this fucking town does not have Uber. This town has taxis, and it's all on Radio Taxi. Radio Taxi, right? So I try to call Radio Taxi, they don't fucking answer. You know why they're not answering? Because they have too many rides from people from ETC. They have too many rides. They don't have enough taxi drivers. Okay, so now I keep trying to call, and then when I do get the call through, they don't speak English. I don't speak Italian. I'm screwed. They hang up the phone. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I Google where the taxi station is. Okay? Where the fuck the actual taxi station is. And I walk at 1 in the morning with my luggage and all through the streets for about an hour to get to the Radio Taxi station. Because I have to get to my fiance tonight. Right? I'm walking, I'm dying, it's hot, I have all this fucking luggage on me, and I'm still just trucking along. I am so glad I bought this portable charger. This thing was fucking amazing. It's from Energizer. The thing is fucking awesome, right? I follow it back to the train tracks that we entered the city from, okay? Now, granted, it says it's a 20-minute walk. I believe what I call Google Maps Italian time, all right? They say 20 minutes walk's really like an hour walk, all right? Or they don't ever really expect you to be somewhere in 20 fucking minutes walking that goddamn fast. I don't know who the fuck they thought were walking that damn fast, okay? So, I walk there, get to the train station. Right before I get to the train station, I see a guy with a hoodie on, all right? And this guy goes, and to me, from Chicago, I know that's bad news. That means this guy's a scout. This guy's an actual scout for a fucking gang. In Pesaro. I'm over here with a fucking biker vest on. I have my passport on me. I have my luggage on me. I have fucking quite a few $100s in euros on me. I'm like, oh my lord, I'm about to get fucking jumped by a gang in Pesaro. I'm like, you know what, fuck this guy. I'm going to cross the street and turn the corner so I don't have to worry about him. Let him stay behind me, whatever. So I turn the corner. I turn the corner into the gang. Into the fucking gang. The whole group of them. There's like maybe like 6 to 8 of these guys, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like, God damn it. Now, the good news is there's no guns in Italy, okay? So that's good news. I'm used to guns in Chicago. I'm used to a little bit rougher neighborhood, to be honest. So I look at these guys, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm walking through them. And I just walk right through the group, going back towards my Radio Taxi fucking station. I finally get to the Radio Taxi station, and all it is a fucking pole that says Radio Taxi. That's it. It's not a station. It's just a fucking pole by the fucking train stop that says Radio Taxi. I wave one guy down, he doesn't stop. I've been seeing taxis, by the way, for this whole hour walk. I've been seeing taxis drive by me. I try to wave down a taxi, and the taxis look at me and they're like giving me the hand signal, like, make a phone call. Fuck you, man. I've been trying to make phone calls. Alright, so I get to the taxi station. First guy, he's really nice, but he tells me he can't. He has another ride he has to go get. He leaves. Next guy comes by. He gives me a ride. He was kind of reluctant, but he gave me a ride. He was reluctant, which I found out why, because he didn't want to go up the fucking mountain, which is kind of a drive away. Takes me up the mountain. We're going to conclude this story in the next fucking ESC, guys. All right. But I do get to Amanda that night, and you guys could see there's a couple pictures of Hermenard, his son, and Halvard, and then also some pictures from the spot in the morning. Guys, I know it was a long story, but you know what? Like I said, if you didn't want to fucking watch this, you guys can watch something else. I do have a lot of... it all kind of goes together with my experience at ETC. So that's why I'm going through it. I am looking forward to giving you guys some great battle reports. I am looking forward to giving you guys some good analysis on how to make team matchups and proper pairings. So I think that went really well in our ETC performance. My next game, I get a game against... it changes numerous times, by the way. But I get there and I'm supposed to play a guy from Canada, Mike. I forgot how to say his name. If it's Mike or Michael, or if he's both, it doesn't really matter. But he's the KOE player for Team Canada. I meet him, I talk to him, and then by the time the game starts to start, all of a sudden they tell us that they're changing. That, oh, you're gonna play Alex Harrison now from Team Canada, and I'm like, oh, okay. So Alex comes in, tag, you're it, and then all of a sudden, about like 10 minutes after that, they say, oh, we're changing it again, and then I ended up playing the other guy again. So anyways, guys, so there was some chaos in ESC, ETC, due to this taxi situation, and I will continue with the chaotic story next time. Alright, guys, for the actual units, I know that I just kind of went on a huge ramble there, but you know what, fuck it, you guys are watching my video anyways, and Hugo, thank you for being a great sport. He was actually a fun guy to play against, and I was fine with playing with him, and I thought it was a great game. As for my units, they really didn't do much. Baxter took 272 points. Baxter is well, let's go in order, actually. Currently, the Black Orcs only got 49 points this game. They got they're my worst unit at the moment. But they did grab an objective last round. Spider Riders are actually outscoring them by a little bit. They're at 206. The Green Guard are at 230, and it's all from this game. Currently, just shooting some motherfuckers and then running off the table like little bitches. BGKs didn't do anything this round because they got Twisted Effigied. K-Pack didn't do shit this round because they were just holding some Thunder Packs back. Ruckus didn't do shit because he died, but he is actually third place in points currently with 799 from the last game. Trolls only got 180 points for killing a unit of Black Cloaks before going stupid. Savage Orcs got 196 points of spears, and then they died. King Koopa only got 200 points from killing off a Bolt Thrower, and Baxter got 272 points. General Zod just died like a chump. Alright, guys, that's about it. I will get back to you guys in the next game when I get a game against Mike, and until next time, take care, and peace.